A lot of people were hoping for a 5 rear camera setup for the upcoming Galaxy S11, but leaks show that we might only be getting 4. Only. Guys, 4 cameras is a lot to say the least. We should be more concerned about quality, not quantity. This isn't the buffet here. We should be fine dining when it comes to flagship phones. Although I will say, I do enjoy a good buffet every once in a while. And by every once in a while, I mean every chance that I can get. So OnLeaks posted this rear camera render for the upcoming Galaxy S11, and I'll try to see if I can break it down for you guys a bit. The top left will supposedly be a 48 megapixel ultra wide lens, and that'll give you the ability to take super wide shots, probably 123-degree angle shots, so you can take a picture of you and your 2 friends. Right below is the main shooter, which will allegedly have that 108 megapixel sensor. Now, I've said this before, but megapixels aren't everything. For the last couple of years, Samsung has had 12 megapixel cameras on their Galaxy S line, and then all of a sudden we're jumping to 108. Normally, I'd just shrug my shoulders and let the results speak for itself, but I'm learning that for this S11, it might actually come with a bigger sensor, like a 3/4 inch sensor, which is a decent size bigger than the current Pixel 4, than the current iPhone 11 Pro. And while I've said that megapixels aren't everything, when it comes to a bigger image sensor, that's a different story. And if that's the case, if it's actually coming with a bigger sensor, I'd actually be looking forward to that. Below the main shooter is what will be Samsung's telephoto lens, which I've heard might be capable of 5x optical zoom, which means no image quality loss at 5x zoom. For reference, the current Galaxy S10, the iPhone 11 Pro, the Pixel 4, they all have 2x optical zoom. And since we're talking about telephoto lenses, I actually made a video yesterday comparing the telephoto lenses on the Pixel 4 and the iPhone 11 Pro. If you haven't seen it and you want to take a look, I'll throw a card up. On the top right is what I'm hearing would be the TOF camera, or time of flight. Now, how a TOF camera or time of flight camera works, if I'm understanding correctly, is that infrared sensors or infrared light is emitted to determine depth of what you're shooting, and supposedly that's supposed to help with portrait mode shots, which actually makes sense and would be pretty cool. I've never really messed with that before, so I'd love to see how well that would do. And then below that is your flash. Actually, I can't even remember the last time I used flash on a phone. It's been forever. I think the last time I actually, or the only time I ever use it, is when I need to use it as a flashlight. As far as photo quality, and I mean on top of that video quality, I know that Samsung really leans on the more saturated, more contrasty side and less on the realistic, natural looking kind of quality. So, I mean, I think detail has always been pretty good. I guess we'll see how these will turn out. I've also heard though that this upcoming flagship will probably be capable of recording 8K video, which is crazy because I mean, I rarely record in 4K video as it is. Either way, I'm getting ramped up to see how well these cameras do. We should know in about 5 or 6 weeks, like maybe early mid-February 2020. I will say that as far as the cameras go on the Galaxy S series, since the Galaxy S7, I've been pretty impressed with its photo quality and in a lot of respects, its video quality as well. I'm sure for the Galaxy S series for 2020, it'll be no exception. I'm just wondering how well it'll hang with the big boys.